MLB The Show fans, what is going on? I am Carson, and we are on day 3 of live content streams. I'm here with Ashley and Brian, and we are here to talk about a lot of new stuff in MLB The Show 25. Just to quickly recap, we streamed Team Affinity on Monday. We had the dev tourney yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And now we're here to talk about the multiplayer program, all new in MLB The Show 25. How are we feeling, Brian?
Feeling great. Super excited to talk about all the stuff we have for multiplayer. And even some more stuff later on.
There's a lot of good stuff here, Ashley. How are you feeling?
Oh, I am feeling wonderful. I'm just ready for it to be early access, to be honest. But I love how we're stretching everything out through this week, giving it time to breathe. And then, of course, we still have surprises today and even more surprises tomorrow.
Yeah, we've had a couple legends that we've been announcing slowly throughout the week. We saw Dave Parker, Reggie Sanders, Gaylord Perry yesterday as a Guardians team collect.
Cleveland team collect.
So there's a ton more we have up our sleeves. We're going to show you some more legends today. Super excited. If you've missed anything, feel free to check out any of the feature premieres, any of the live content streams. They're all on YouTube. I urge you to check them, from gameplay to road to the show. Like, I know these are live content streams, but there's a ton of great features in 25. So go check those out. I think for now, though, let's talk about what we're going to do today, Ashley.
Let's talk about today. Colin, if we can bring up the daily calendar. Today, it's all things multiplayer modes and program. We're going to start with the modes with Weekend Classic, Ranked, Battle Royale, and Events. And you know it, going through those sweet, sweet rewards. Then we'll bring it back to the new all-encompassing multiplayer program. And then in case you missed our feature premiere last week with Diamond Dynasty, where we also covered Weekend Classic and Diamond Quest, we will quickly go through all 3 of the opening maps for Diamond Quest and look at those player rewards.
Yeah, let's dive in, Ashley. I know Weekend Classic, something we've talked about in the feature premiere for Diamond Dynasty. We've hit on it in some other areas, but anything else you want to talk about there? I know it won't come until April 11th, but anything for the fans?
Yeah, it's hard. We won't see it until April 11th, but we've been getting so many wonderful questions from our community. So what we did is we centralized a blog post live right now on theshow.com. It is a Weekend Classic Q&A post. So all of your frequently asked questions are there and answered to make sure you are as prepared as possible when April 11th rolls around. But have no fear, we will be going live the weeks leading up to Weekend Classic, the week of Weekend Classic, giving you more and more and more and more and more and all the information and more, all the information you might need. But a reminder, if you have early access that starts tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific time, you will still be able to check out the in-game Weekend Classic menus, get a little taste of the rewards you will be seeing come April 11th. But if you want more information, theshow.com is your place to go.
Yeah, go check it out. We are so close to early access. Tomorrow night for our West Coast friends. East Coast. 2 mornings, I guess. I don't know. Midnight
3
Eastern,
hours later.
On March 14th. Brian, I know you're excited for Weekend Classic, but before Weekend Classic, you got to play Ranked.
Got to play Ranked. Brian, how good are you at Ranked?
World Series player. Not as good as Seabrev, though. Shout out Seabrev. He's killed me in play testing throughout this whole process, but super excited to play Ranked again. It's one of my favorite online modes, and especially with Weekend Classic, too. It gives me a whole new incentive to play Ranked in online modes.
Definitely. We're excited for everyone to get their hands on the game, play Ranked, play Weekend Classic. I know we're going to see Seabrev a little later in the stream. Teaser
twice, maybe?
Yeah. I'm no reveal daddy, but we might see Seabrev later. But let's dive into the dev kit, and let's take a look at what everyone's going to expect for Ranked.
So here we have the Ranked menu screen that you all know and love. You know, right now, nothing looks totally new. We have our spring training pack at Game 1, regular season pack at Game 2. If I were to move the cursor one more, possibly spoiling later in the path, you see that All-Star has been moved up. A lot of you have noticed this from our deep dive. Once again, that was narrated by our good friend Robert Flores from MLB Network. He hosted the Diamond Dynasty one for us last Tuesday, in case you missed it. We moved All-Star up. There used to be a gap from 200 to 400. All-Star used to be at that 400. We have now shifted, as you can see, most of the divisions up 100 rating, Carson.
Yeah, I'm seeing chat. They're noticing the same thing. Everything's moving up, which begs the question, Brian, are we going to be seeing the World Series in a different rating?
I think we are. You just scroll to the right a little bit. You'll see that once you hit 800 rating, you'll reach World Series and be able to get one of those two of those really good World Series rewards.
Yeah, don't forget, chat, that this is all based on how you perform in that ranked season, right? So a guy like Brian, you're probably, in the 900 level last year if you were a World Series?
Yeah, 900, yeah.
Now he'll be getting it earlier by getting to that 800 rating in competitive ranked play. Ashley, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, the biggest reasoning for this change, for our fans who were with us in MLB The Show 24, a similar change was done for our Battle Royale mode, which we'll talk a little bit about it in a moment. But BR went from our beloved 12-0 win streak to our 10-0, becoming that flawless reward. Again, the reasoning behind that is we wanted it to reach more people. It was such the slimmest of percentages, Carson, people going 12-0. We wanted it to go 10-0. It's the same logic here. If you reach World Series in MLB The Show 24, you were less than 1% of all of our users that played ranked. And let's know it's coveted. We know it means a lot. But it kind of feels bad if only so many people are reaching this huge milestone of our game. So we wanted to kind of open up that umbrella a little bit, move it down to 800. Even with the move down to 800, it is still going to be incredibly competitive and hard, and some of your best ranked games are still ahead of you when you get this pack. But also, Brian, we know Weekend Classic is at the end of the rainbow for ranked, and we know a lot of people are going to be focusing on those divisions.
Right, yeah. My incentive for the Weekend Classic is try to get my rating as high as possible so I can get the best rewards in Weekend Classic, as we'll get more into that a little later.
Right. So the big thing to remember is that the World Series players, we're going to be bringing it down 100 levels. That's by design. We want more people to be able to get in, similar to the BR changes we made in 24. I'm excited. The top tier players, we haven't forgotten about you. We still have some tricks up our sleeve for you folks there. I also want to reiterate that co-op, we will have stat tracking, just like at the end of 24, yes. And we're going to have PXP tracking for everyone. So if us three are playing together in a co-op game, we will all be getting PXP for those players. Huge W. I know everyone in the community is excited for that.
And with that being said, we'll go back to the dev kit. I've been seeing some questions in chat. It's like you all have my outline right in front of you. Difficulties. World Series at 800 will still be played on Hall of Fame difficulty, like the 800 rating of the past.
Good question.
And we will go into the World Series awards in just a minute. You may have saw them hinted a little bit on our socials at the end of last week. But we have new names on the top of this path. 900 is Legend, formerly known as Bonus. 1,000, also formerly known as Bonus, now named GOAT. So, Brian, with these two new names, what difficulty are we playing on between 800 to 900 to 1,000?
Yeah, from 800 to 900, you'll be playing on Legend difficulty. And then as you're going from Legend to GOAT, you'll be playing on GOAT difficulty.
So it'll be scaling, and that top end of ranked for everyone is just going to be a little more divvied up with awesome rewards. I'm excited for all you guys to be able to get your hands on this.
Speaking of rewards, shall we?
I think it's time.
All right. Brian, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, we got one of the best outfielders that Diamond Dynasty has ever seen. We have Mickey Mantle, 88 overall, and he's really damn good. He's got switch hitter, great hitting attributes, and if you notice the new Topps art, we've gotten a whole bunch of new Topps art from a bunch of research from over the years. Shout out to Lane, Rory, and Cody.
Woo! Shout out Lane, Rory, Cody!
Yeah, we grinded this out during the 24 dev cycle just to make sure that we could really, get new art for these cards. So really cool stuff, especially it's Mickey Mantle, so everyone loves Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the dev tourney. Mickey Mantle kept popping up in the chat. Don't worry, he's here, he's in ranked, and this card's definitely going to play day one. Dare I say, a day one demon.
Ooh, you brought it back!
For some of the top players.
But that's not all. Of course, our fans have a choice between two players as they make World Series. Talk to me, Brian, about our new legend to MLB The Show 25, Steve Carlton.
Yeah, like you mentioned, new legend Steve Carlton, one of the best pitchers of all time, one of the best Phillies of all time. He's got 101 stamina, so he's going to pitch, eat innings for you. Great pitch mix, 5 pitches. You always love to see that. And he's got 99 breaks, so he's going to be pretty damn nasty. And, yeah,
speaking
awesome
of breaks,
quirks.
He's kind of a unit, 6'5". He's going to have an interesting delivery that no one's seen, right? New legend.
No one's seen.
Excited to see him in the game.
Yeah, if I had the option to use him in the dev tourney yesterday, he would have definitely helped me for sure. But yeah, he's really good. Awesome card.
Some great options here at World Series.
Would you say, Carson, that Steve Carlton is a sassy lefty?
Yes. New legend sassy lefty Steve Carlton. I'm working on getting that card series added to the game. Don't worry, chat. But yeah, these are 2 great rewards for World Series for sure.
And once again, once you make World Series at 800 rating, new change for MLB The Show 25, you will have the option to choose between Steve Carlton and Mickey Mantle. And before we move on to some more goodies on this reward path, just to reiterate the difficulty questions one more time, difficulty still works as it used to in previous MLB The Shows with 800 Hall of Fame, Legend being 900 plus. The really true difference is that GOAT difficulty is introduced at 1,000 plus rating, so you will no longer be playing on Legend once you are at 1,000, if not higher than 1,000. You will now be shifted to GOAT difficulty at 1,000 plus. But just to say, one more time, difficulty and how it broke down last year, previous years, all the years, that still remains the same. The only big difference is that 1,000 plus difficulty, no longer on Legend, now on GOAT.
Those super top tier players are going to get to experience firsthand that new difficulty we added in the game. I think it's a massive W for those folks. Not me, but for those folks.
But Carson, Bryan, we have a special pack here at 1,000 rating.
Yes.
And I know you all know it. Our community knows it. We have a member of the live team, Cbrev,
yes,
who has reached this top of the top, creme de la creme, 1,000 plus rating before. So I think it would only be the best if Cody introduces what's behind this pack.
Yeah, let's throw it over to Cbrev and let him dive into this new choice pack.
So let's talk about hitting 1,000 rating in ranked seasons, one of the top goals you can shoot for while grinding ranked. This year, it's going to get you into the highest division in Weekend Classic, and it's also going to be where GOAT difficulty starts. But we've been thinking, and this year we thought it might be cool for you to earn a little something extra, a little something more special for making 1,000 rating in ranked. Here we are in the ranked rewards at 1,000 rating. You can see this is where GOAT difficulty starts, and also not just a 1,000 icon anymore. This is something that has never existed in the history of Diamond Dynasty until right now. 1,000 rating in ranked seasons will get you a pack where you can pick one of the World Series rewards with exclusive 1,000 rating card art. Look at the gold glow on our first 2 World Series rewards. Mickey Mantle, Steve Carlton, glowing gold with the 1,000 rating on the card. This is going to be one of the ultimate flexes you can pull out when playing people in Diamond Dynasty. Just imagine this gold glowing Mickey Mantle with a parallel 5 border. And the 1,000 icon is still there. You get it as part of this pack. But for the first time ever in Diamond Dynasty history, make 1,000 rating and get a gold glowing animated version, 1,000 rating version of a World Series reward for that season.
Thank you, Cbrev. The card art, how good is that, Bryan?
It's awesome. I love it. It gives me an even more bigger reason to get to 1,000 rating, and shout out to the art team for all the great work on these 2 cards.
Yeah, they absolutely killed it. Remember, those are no sell for those top tier players. A little bit of a flex for anyone that's able to make it that far. But yeah, massive W's in the chat. We're super excited to get this in for all those GOATs out there. Big W, Ashley.
Big W. Just to reiterate, this pack will come with the ranked 1,000 icon for all of them. You don't have to choose between the players and the icon. The icon you are granted. It's just, as Cbrev mentioned, there's a little bit of strategy involved, Carson and Bryan. So if I know I'm good enough to make it to 1,000 rating, when I get to World Series, I can choose, let's say, Steve Carlton, our new sassy lefty, if you will. Because the attributes are the same with our new 1,000 rating card series, I might go Mickey Mantle, and that will be the exclusive way to earn both World Series rewards without having to go to the marketplace.
Yeah, there's some levels, there's some, decisions that you guys can make to kind of gamify the top of this reward path, which is awesome.
And for our fans, as Seabrev said, this is all about showing off your skill, showing off how good you are at the game, and also netting another World Series reward into your Diamond Dynasty lineup. So we have our Mickey Mantle, we have our Steve Carlton, and just one more time for the folks at home, if we want to go back to the dev kit more, just to talk through difficulty. I know this is important, so we cannot stress this enough. Difficulty works the exact same way as it has in previous MLB The Show games. 800 rating on Hall of Fame. 900 rating is when it starts Legend difficulty. The only difference that we are now introducing in MLB The Show 25 is that once you are 1,000 rating and beyond, you will now be playing on GOAT difficulty. So once again, difficulty is the same as it's been, except if you are playing on 1,000+ rating, you will now be playing on GOAT difficulty.
Yeah, let's do one last look at that choice pack for the GOAT tier there, and just shout out to the art team, Adam, Brendan, Christina, Jen, and Chris. Great idea putting all this stuff together. Happy to have it in the game. They kill it with the artwork every year, and they're starting out hot in MLB The Show 25.
So that is ranked for us. And as we go on from ranked to BR, feel free, if you have more questions, leave them in the chat. But Carson, we might have another special Seabrev video to introduce Battle Royale.
Yeah, we had to bring in the gamer, Seabrev. He's going to be talking BR with you folks for a little bit, so we'll see you when you get back.
Hey everyone, very excited to be sharing with you the first flawless rewards in Battle Royale in MLB The Show 25. Draft your 26-player squad, play in 3-inning games against other players online, and see if you are good enough to pull off a 10-0 flawless run. Get your screenshots ready. The first flawless rewards of MLB The Show 25 are, pretty sick. We will start with Goose Gossage, Padres Goose Gossage, 1984 All-Star. The classic Goose Gossage pitch mix, and he has outlier on his four seam, so he's going to be pumping it over 100. Lockdown closer for going flawless. And of course, the other reward, brand new legend in MLB The Show 25, Lance Berkman. This card's going to be a beast. Switch hitter with better attributes versus righties. This is a first base primary, but he does have outfield secondaries too if you wanted to stick him there. Absolutely some of the best cards in the game at their respective positions at launch, and you can get them by going 10-0 in Battle Royale. And don't forget, as you're playing through these Battle Royale games, you are going to be getting progress in the new multiplayer program as well.
Thank you, Seabrev. You absolutely are cooking with these videos. The BR Maestro, the ranked assassin. Thank you so much. I think everyone's really excited for all the BR stuff we'll have this year at launch. But that's not it. I know people are excited for whatever this multiplayer program is. We will get there. But first, Ashley, let's talk about events.
Let's quickly talk about events because, as we've been saying, whether it's Weekend Classic, Ranked, Battle Royale, events, all of these multiplayer modes are then feeding into the multiplayer program, which we will touch on in just 1 minute. I saw a quick chat question like, hey, where's the Ranked program? Well, you will see in just a minute. Yes. However, events, your kickoff event for MLB The Show 25 that you can play starting tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, March 14th, midnight Eastern, for our folks on the opposite coast. But we will have the Cactus League event. We'll have a little bit of some spring training thematics for all of you. So I only wonder, what event could possibly trail the Cactus event. But I guess we'll have to find out post-launch. But it's all of your teams that are in Arizona right now, getting ready for the Major League Baseball season. You see, Brian, that we have some series kind of shown here. Can you talk to the people about some new card series they can expect?
Yeah, we have Pipeline Series and Spring Breakout Series returning from MLB The Show 24.
Huge W. I love that as an athlete.
What those series do, they highlight some of the top prospects we have in baseball, the stars of the future. So we're super excited to share those cards that we have cooked up for you guys there. And also the Jolt series, which we saw a lot of in the dev tourney yesterday, where those can all be found in Team Affinity, My Journey. So 3 exciting series here.
Yeah, lots of options there for the Cactus League event. We're very excited to get everyone to play all these multiplayer modes. But I know everyone's asking, where's the BR program? Where's the ranked program? It is all together now, Ashley. Should we show the people what we're talking about?
Let's show the people. New to MLB The Show 25 is the all-encompassing multiplayer program. So whether you are playing Weekend Classic, Ranked Solo, Ranked Co-op, Battle Royale, Events, Play vs. Friends, I'm just kidding, not Play vs. Friends, and all of the other Diamond Dynasty multiplayer modes, you will be feeding progress into this all-encompassing program, Carson.
Yeah, Ashley, talk to me about this. I know a lot of people are probably wondering why this decision was made. I know there's been a lot of thought by the live content team on the route we're going here for 25. So do you just want to talk through some of those questions?
That's a great question. The biggest kind of theme, if you will, is just consolidation and play your way. You saw us kind of reiterate that as much as we could in previous titles. Play your way, but it's a little hard. You can't play ranked and get the BR rewards. You can't play BR and get the event rewards. So our thinking coming into MLB The Show 25 is, what if you can play solely events and get all of the multiplayer rewards? What if I can play solely BR and get all of the program rewards, I should say? I'll say it off the top. You will not be able to get the World Series and Flawless rewards in the current multiplayer program. We'll talk more about that a little later, but you still have to get 800 rating to get your World Series bosses. You still have to go Flawless to get your Flawless bosses. But when it comes to the multiplayer rewards, you can essentially play anywhere, multiplayer in Diamond Dynasty, and make progress in this program.
Right, and this is super important. So let's reiterate this one more time, Brian. A guy like you that plays a ton of ranked, maybe you're not playing as much BR or events, now you can get all those rewards encompassed into one program.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I love about this. It allows us to play our way, and I'll be grinding a lot of ranked, maybe some BR, and maybe some events. So regardless of what mode I'm playing in, I'll be getting stats that will help me get towards these sick, really cool, exclusive rewards.
Yeah, and Ashley, I know we've talked a little bit about Weekend Classic, but can we expect all of that to track in this as well when it's time to switch over?
Absolutely. When it's time, when solo ranked starts tracking into Weekend Classic, you will still be earning multiplayer program progress, and then, of course, you will still be playing ranked co-op as is. So the most important thing, regardless of which multiplayer mode you are playing in Diamond Dynasty, you will be making progress in this program. And Carson, I know a question off the bat, which maybe I can answer it now. People will see it as we go through the reward path. But one of the $1 million questions is, are we sacrificing value in these programs going from 3 to 1? And the answer is no. As we go through this program, our fans will see some of the most, if not even more value than what they saw separated out in their individual multiplayer programs of previous years.
Right, and that's something we've talked about, because when I heard about the multiplayer program, the first thing I'm thinking about is, are you just putting everyone into one program? That one program has as much value or more than the 3 combined. Right?
Exactly.
This thing's going to be absolutely loaded, and it's going to be dropped. I should say there'll be different buckets that will be dropped over time to keep this content fresh, and I think everyone's going to be really happy with it.
Oh, yeah. So I say, why not get into the program? Very quickly off the bat, Brian, we're going to notice a player item.
Yeah, our first player item that you'll get early on in the program is new legend, left-handed reliever Mark Davis of the San Diego Padres, and go Padres. Anyways, he's one of my favorite pitchers to use, especially when I was playtesting the past couple of months.
He looks like an absolute dog.
Yeah, he's a dog, man. He is a dog, and he has gotten a lot of crucial outs in my playtesting ranked games, and he's been holding down the bullpen for me. So really great card, especially on launch for sure.
Yeah, definitely a huge W here. I know that if some people were watching the dev tourney, we were very close to leaking him. This was one of the dev kits we were playing on yesterday. One more run, I think, Ashley.
One more run.
People would have seen him in the post game playing the dev tourney, but we have him. We're ready to show you guys today. Remember, with the power curve, an 85 off the jump is going to really be one of the best players you can have on your roster. So definitely a great start to this program.
Right, and Brian can speak to it even more, but as our fans know, lefties and very good lefties are always hard to come by when a new MLB The Show starts. So Brian, to get Mark Davis so early in the multiplayer program, it's got to feel good.
It's huge, and he stacks up well with a lot of the other left-handed relievers you have, like Andrew Miller, Billy Wagner. So play a couple missions in the multiplayer program, and you'll get one of the best left-handed relievers in the game on launch.
One of the best left-handed relievers at launch is in Mark Davis at 10 points in the multiplayer program.
Yeah, another win. Should we keep going through the reward path,
Let's
Ashley?
keep going.
So it's important to note that we're going to take you up to, 45, Ashley?
45 points.
For the first drop, and then we'll have a second drop that'll show you'll be able to get more of the rewards. But at 45, Brian, look at what we have.
Yeah, what we have here is our second reward in the multiplayer program.
New legend!
Another new legend, Terry Pendleton. Who loves a switch hitter? I love switch hitters.
My hand is raised. Y'all can't see, but both hands are actually raised now. I'm just going to leave them up. Put your hands. Okay.
Yeah, Terry Pendleton, switch hitter, third baseman. He has an excellent swing from what I've seen in these playtesting games, and he's a really good infield option, especially on launch, and he can really do it all. He can play good defense as well, and great new legend to have. Has the 2-flap helmet, too.
Yeah, shout out Stephen Haas. One of your Marlins has made it into the multiplayer program, the first ever multiplayer program.
First ever.
So you can expect to get all the way up to here with drop 1, along with all those other juicy rewards you saw on the reward path. Ashley, how can they get the progress, and what kind of missions are we looking at for this program?
Absolutely.
At least for drop 1.
Right. At least for drop 1, we'll touch upon the second half of this reward path very shortly, but in order to unlock Mark Davis, one of the best left-hander relievers in the game, in order to unlock Terry Pendleton, switch-hitting third baseman, you just got to start here. Get it? Just start here.
That's it.
That's
you just
it.
got to start here. Well played.
But you see in this folder, just to reintroduce, re-educate all of our fans for this shift to the multiplayer program, it starts out pretty easy. Play ranked, get a hit. Play BR, get a hit. Play events, oh my god, it's like we did it yesterday. Get a hit. And guess what, Carson? You will be 1,500 subs richer, 10,000 XP richer, and a show pack.
Yeah, so we talked about, wanting to let you play your own way, and we are letting you play your own way. But go get a hit in each of the modes and kick this program off right, and then from there, it's just smooth sailing with all these first drop missions.
Right, it's just smooth sailing. As Carson was kind of touching on earlier, what we did incorporate from last year, from moving on to the all-encompassing multiplayer program, is we had a really great learning with our ranked programs last year. If for those of our fans who are with us and recall, we dropped an extra set of missions halfway through the lifespan of that ranked program. You're going to see a very similar cadence with the multiplayer program, but instead of 1 post-launch mission drop, you will see 2 post-release mission drops for up to 3 different mission folders, hence the first drop missions, Carson.
Yeah, there you go. So you're going to want to work on knocking out those first drop missions, getting to Pendleton as soon as you can, so you're ready for that second drop that'll probably happen in a few weeks later, right?
Absolutely. As you see in the highlighted blue, look for more missions on March 25th and even more on April 1st. So let's just dive into what our fans are playing for right here. And we know we all love hitting. We all love keeping our stats as simple as possible. Start getting your feet wet in this program. Get 5 homers, get 25 extra base hits. Let's see, 5, 3, 8. Do any of 2 of the 3 start here missions, and bam, Carson and Brian, Mark Davis is yours. If only we played a BR game on the dev tourney yesterday.
Yeah, you would have Mark Davis, and you guys saw us playing throughout the day. You can, just get in there and start playing, knocking out some of these missions, and you can kind of stack them on like Team Affinity or some of the other options we'll have at launch. So that's probably the route that I'm going to go, because I love playing ranked. Like, I'm going to put some of my Nats together, knock out that Nats Team Affinity while also working towards this multiplayer. And you can see all those reward paths just kind of stack on each other.
Exactly. And then as people are getting their feet wet, they're hitting homers, they're hitting extra base hits, they're going to see some more medium-ish, longer length missions from 50 runs. Like, seriously, we were literally 1 run away from from spoiling Mark Davis yesterday. Our reveal daddy would have been over the moon excited had we did it. But it didn't happen. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. But we have some 50 runs here, 100 strikeouts, 150 hits. And I know these are some very big, long stat missions.
I call these the Brian missions.
The Brian missions.
Because he's going to be able to knock these out way faster than any of us.
Oh, absolutely. But that just goes to say is there's a lot of learnings and room for growth here. This is the first time we are including all 4 now of our multiplayer modes, Weekend Classic, Ranked, BR, and Events, into a program. We are very interested and cannot wait for the feedback from our fans for all of these missions. Are they too long? Are they too medium? Are they too short? Which bowl of porridge is cooked just right for our fans? But this then goes into the conversation that these will be the longest missions you see with the first drop. Each subsequent drop of missions, so remember there'll be 2 more drops of missions past this folder. They will get shorter and shorter because there's less and less time to do them as the program goes on.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a couple people ask in the chat if co-op will be included in these missions, Ashley. I'm getting a resounding yes. So go in there, get on a co-op game with some of your friends, and you can knock out all these missions together. I mean, that sounds like a dream at launch, right, Brian?
Yeah, love to play co-op with my friends. It's a ton of fun, especially just to play the game casually, and just by getting stats too, it makes the experience even way better. So, way better.
That's what I'll be trying to do tomorrow night. Get in with a couple of the boys and see what we can do.
Absolutely. And then to round out this first drop of missions, we have a PXP exclusive mission to our first player in the program. So I know our fans have excellent prediction skills. You might expect more and more of these individual player-locked missions in some future program drops. These, again, try to get your feet a little wet with these players. Enjoy them. Again, they're some of the best cards you will find in Diamond Dynasty. And if you just get 500 PXP, that's Parallel 1 with Mark Davis, you're going to make a nice chunk of progress in these programs.
Yeah, play with your friends. I think the co-op route's going to be great for this now that PXP's in co-op and you guys can kind of knock it out together. Should we see some more of this reward path?
Let's see some more of the reward path. So, we know first drop of missions gets our fans all the way up to Scary Terry Pendleton in our new contributor card series. Shout out the art team, fancy banner here, as we've been sourcing more and more Topps cards. But as our fans then get to drop 2, which will be released on March 25th, just a week and a half down the road, they'll get even more packs and stubs and XP and, oh my goodness, a chase pack. And I know I've been seeing fans in the chat saying, what's in that pipeline pack? What's in the headliners pack? What's in the chase pack? You just got to wait till tomorrow. We can't reveal everything
Good
today.
questions, but we won't answer them today.
Exactly. But Pipeline and Spring Breakout confirmed, as Brian said earlier. But as we keep trekking along this reward path at 76 stars.
What do we have here, Brian?
What do we have?
I couldn't tell you. It's a mystery item.
He's a company man. We'll see all of that with drop 2, right, Ashley?
Yeah, so drop 2 will get you up to this. I think we can confirm this is going to be a player item. So when drop 2 missions come out, people will be able to earn up to this card and a little bit past this card. But as long as you're playing your drop 1 missions, you're keeping pace, you're playing your drop 2 missions, you will earn this 3rd exclusive player in this program.
So you're telling me we'll still have a couple secrets post-launch?
Oh, you know we have secrets up our sleeves. I don't know if I can say that. I'm wearing short sleeves. Does it still work?
Yeah.
Okay,
it plays.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But that's not all. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 total mission drops for our multiplayer program, which leads us all the way toward the end of the program. Brian, what does this question mark mean?
I think it's another player item. Mystery player item.
Mystery player item, and we'll have more drops so you guys can get there as the program works through. Lots of W's. I know everyone's excited. Real quick, I'm getting word that Xbox preload is live.
Ooh.
I know a lot of people have been asking good questions about that, so go check that out if you guys are Xbox users. But yeah, this program's looking good. Really excited for everyone to be able to start working through it.
I mean, $1 million question. I see Terry Pendleton. Let me get there. I see Mark Davis. Brian, what do these two cards are maybe lacking in the little top right-hand corner or left-hand corner of their cards?
Couldn't tell you.
Exactly. So our multiplayer program rewards are not... Oh, I'm going to do a double negative. Let's not do that. Our multiplayer program cards are sellable.
Oh, I see what you're going to do.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I was going to
Well
say,
done.
like, not no sell, but I was going to confuse a lot of people. I already confused myself.
You can earn them and sell them.
You can earn and sell all 4 of your multiplayer program rewards as you earn them. So if you are, more catered to our offline modes, maybe you're just, grinding away at our new Diamond Quest mode, that is 100% okay. Maybe you can save some of those stubs from Diamond Quest future programs, and then you can pick up these rewards on the marketplace if you want, but also 100% free to play. Just play in multiplayer modes, and you can pick up these rewards.
Yeah. Are you holding or selling Pendleton, Brian?
I think I have to keep him. He's
Yeah.
a switch hitter. I love my switch hitters.
Steven was
Steven's
proud of that
clapping
one.
in the background. I think he's the third best third baseman at launch.
He is the third best third baseman, not counting our live series J-Ram. And maybe somebody else we haven't revealed where his card is.
Oh my goodness.
I know. We're just a bunch of secrets.
Thank goodness we have another stream to talk
Right?
about this.
But to round out the multiplayer program, you also see this version of this pipeline pack. Stay tuned for tomorrow. You'll hear all about what these packs mean and the future of these packs. But a huge question our fans have been asking in the chat is, where can I find my World Series rewards, my Battle Royale Flawless rewards, when those times have come and gone? Although, as we see the entirety of this reward path won't change. What you get is what you will earn.
Yep.
But as we maybe go onto our multiplayer 2 program, our fans can start expecting to see some Rewind World Series packs, some Rewind BR packs. Maybe they're all in one Rewind pack. But the biggest takeaway here is if you want World Series, if you want the Flawless rewards, you have to earn World Series. You have to go 10-0 in Battle Royale. However, if you are unable to achieve such an accomplishment, wait until the next multiplayer program, maybe the one after that. You'll start seeing some Rewind rewards.
Right.
Exactly.
So similar to what you guys have seen before, like we're going to let those premier players go get those rewards and earn them, but then we're going to make them available for everyone else, a couple weeks, maybe a month behind. So just keep an eye out for that stuff. Another good question for the multiplayer program, is this going to coincide with another program that we're going to talk about tomorrow, timing-wise, or is it going to look a little different?
Ooh, that's a great question. So you'll see multiplayer programs as we have that timer in the top left. We're going to lose about a day and a half when this comes out, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern, between the 13th and the 14th, depending on your time zones. If you don't know what time zone you're in, I highly recommend you check out our dev tourney from yesterday. We broke down time zones all day. We even went to Finland and the UK. So check out the dev tourney. You'll also see Justin Rowe become this year's champion. But to answer your question, Carson, you will expect multiplayer programs about once a month. Weekend Classic will still be all-encompassing. As for that other program / XP Path hybrid that we'll get to tomorrow, you'll see them at just a slightly off cadence schedule, about once a month here, maybe 5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, a little shorter, a little longer. But that is the schedule you can expect. And because we have that schedule, that gives us the freedom, the flexibility, the fluidity. I don't know how many more synonyms I can throw out there, but we saw that Cactus League event. We saw those Flawless rewards. What's awesome about the multiplayer program, in addition to everything we have now discussed, is we could refresh that event even quicker than in years past. We can give you more Flawless awards even quicker in years past. We can expect new BR awards, a 3 to 4 week cadence on average. Events gets even more flexible from 2 weeks to 1 week, maybe even less than a week, because no matter what event it is, no matter what BR it is, it's all tying to what the current multiplayer program is.
Right, that's a really good call out. So I know some people are used to that exclusive events reward path. All that's pouring into this multiplayer program.
Right.
And don't think that you're sacrificing any value. There's actually probably more value in terms of what we're putting into this multiplayer program. So
Exactly.
the bottom line is play whatever mode you like when it comes to multiplayer, and you'll be getting rewards for essentially 3 online modes.
Exactly. And now I can back out of here. We won't have any spoilers. You can see that the multiplayer program is featured in all 3 of the online modes. So you see it in the event right here. Hope we're not going to spoil anything. Okay, we're good. Yes, Jackson Merrill.
That was a thrill ride.
But if you then head over to Battle Royale, if you want to bring the dev kit back up once more, we click into Battle Royale. You will then see the multiplayer program that we can click into in BR. And then if we back out just once more, I guess technically twice more, and we swing back over to ranked, then if you click whether it's solo, co-op, let's just do co-op for example's sake, you will see the multiplayer program is eligible to click on in all 3 of those events, or all 3 of those menus.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing it kind of littered throughout those online modes where you're playing another user. So it'll be kind of a little different than what you guys are used to, but like I said, it'll all make sense once you start playing it, once you start feeling all the rewards come through. I think we've been playtesting, a ton, and it all looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. Super excited. All these rewards are exclusive. They have so much to offer, especially now that the Power Creep is back. They even have more value, more longevity as we go throughout the year.
Yes, and then another reminder, we talked about it a lot during the dev tournament, but the now and later packs, your time is running out, or has it run out?
If you haven't,
it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
But you can expect to get the later packs in MLB The Show 25 on Monday night. That's when they're going to start going out. So closer to that full access launch, early access, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait a little longer, but drops will hit for early access. So stick with us. Watch the stream tomorrow. I'm sure you guys have been watching all week, but just a couple housekeeping items for you. For you folks. First time boot, I'm being told you will get the Twitch drops. One more item we want to cover, right, Ashley?
Real quick for events as it pertains to, events existing in the multiplayer program. I've been seeing some questions in chat. Your win streak rewards in event are still a thing. Just like you can go 10-0 in Battle Royale, you can still go 10-0 in events and get different live series rewards as per usual. But yes, from your BR exclusive draft rounds that you might remember, from your event-specific rewards that you might remember, those are all now consumed within the multiplayer program in those 4 guys, some of the best 4 players in our game. But Carson, Brian, our fans can expect to see a lot of those silver and gold cards pop up in different BR rounds.
Definitely.
Because we have the multiplayer program, we can change up those BR rounds as frequently or as infrequently as we want. But Team Affinity will be your place to go if you're looking for some of those silver and gold cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. So we're going to work our way through the dev kit. We talked a lot about Diamond Quest during the Diamond Dynasty feature premiere, but we wanted to show you guys what some of the maps you're going to get to choose from. We only went through that tutorial map during the feature premiere. So do we want to just walk through the 3 maps that will be available at launch?
Let's go for it. So we saw this map in last week's feature premiere on Thursday. That was Diamond Dynasty. Check out our YouTube page if you missed it. We showed Juan Soto, Aaron Judge. The PC crashed on us, or else you would have seen Carson's epic walk-off that netted him this Aaron Judge.
Yes.
But Brian...
It was a street fight.
You're so close. So this is just one of 3 available maps at launch. Brian, walk me through some of these players right here, and then we'll go back to camera, show some of their attributes.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 4 new Pipeline Series cards available on launch. And we saw a lot of these cards in MLB The Show 24, whether that was in the Pipeline Series or in the Draft Series. So play through these, get these rare and epic rewards as you play through the map. And super exciting. We can go down each one with the attributes later on.
Yeah, do we want to hop over and then we can go through the attributes right now?
Yeah, so the attributes right now, taken map by map. So we'll go full screen right here. We'll bring up our handy dandy dev kit back in just one moment. But we had some of those rare rewards with Matt Shaw as well as Chase Burns. And let's see, who do we want to hit up first?
Let's take a look at Matt Shaw.
Yeah, Matt Shaw, great infielder, one of the best in the Cubs system. He's got a great swing. He's going to be able to play all the positions for you. And I love this card in 24, and he's going to be even better in 25.
And what I love seeing is that 85 Diamond on launch. This is going to be one of the better cards you can get in all of Diamond Dynasty.
one of the better cards in all of Diamond Dynasty. Once again, shout out to our art team revitalizing the Pipeline series once more, now in MLB The Show 25. But this is one of your chance rewards for that Diamond Quest map when we're talking about the rare cards. We will also have another card in that same category. Talk us through Chase Burns, Brian.
Yeah, Chase Burns, we saw him last year in the draft series, and he was a great addition to a lot of people's rotations, especially around that all-star time. And he throws gas. He has a great fastball, electrifying fastball, and he's one of the best pitching prospects in the game right now. And he's going to be on the top of that Reds rotation really soon. And you guys get to play with him on launch in MLB The Show 25.
Yeah, just cruise through that Diamond Quest map that we talked about, and you guys will be able to have a chance to get one of those epic rewards.
But that's not all for this map. We have even more rewards. So Matt Shaw, Chase Burns, those were your rare cards. We have 2 epic cards, once again, that you will have a shot percentage-wise to explore on the Diamond Quest map. Brian, you got to walk me through one of my favorite White Sox prospects, the #1 left-handed prospect in all of baseball, might I add, Noah Schultz.
Of course, yeah. Like you just mentioned, Ashley, one of the best left-handed prospects in the game, and he happens to play for the Chicago White Sox, so he's going to be pretty good. Yeah, he happens to play for the White Sox. He's a great pitcher, and some even compare him to Randy Johnson, so he's going to be really good in our game.
Is that any good?
I think so. Yeah, he's going to bring the velo, he's going to bring the break, and super excited to get this card in my squad, especially with starting pitching being so crucial in the early days.
If I may be a homer for just a second, we saw Noah Schultz last year with our cards. We're going to see him again this year. What I'm most excited about is, yes, he's an Illinois native just like I am. He actually went to the rival high school to my high school. He was literally playing across town. I guess when he started high school, I had just gone off to college, but he was literally right across my neighborhood playing in my rival high school.
Wow.
Yeah. But that is Noah Schultz. But that's not all, Brian. We have one more guy to show off for this one Diamond Quest map that you will have the opportunity to try and earn based upon your chances. Who do we have?
Yeah, we have Travis Bazzana here. He's the former #1 overall pick from last year's draft. We saw how much people loved this card in the draft pack, so we felt like we had to bring him back this year on launch and then we'll the show day one. He's one of the best second basemen in the game, can play center field as well, and just super excited to hit that epic round in this Diamond Quest map. So.
Epic round, epic rewards. This card's going to be awesome.
So we have our Diamond Quest first map where you have a chance to get Soto and Judge. We have this Diamond Quest map where you will have the chance to earn Pipeline, Matt Shaw, Chase Burns, Noah Schultz, Travis Bazzana, who you saw Travis Bazzana in our draft series last year. Isn't that kind of like pretty cool, Brian, that we now have 2 Travis Bazzana cards in these past 2 years, and like he hasn't even made his debut yet.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome, and that just comes to show how highly touted of a prospect he is and how well he's known in the game. And I think that's my favorite part about Diamond Dynasty. We're highlighting the future stars of the game as well as the stars of the past and the current. So that's the best part about it, and playing this map will get you a bunch of these sick rewards and a lot of these young prospects, young stars.
Yeah, and do not worry, chat. We are talking a lot about multiplayer stuff. We're talking a little bit about Diamond Quest because it's new and Weekend Classic, but we still have all those other core modes, Conquest, Showdown, mini seasons. You're going to see all of that in Diamond Dynasty on day one. Do not worry, but just for the sake of this stream, we're talking about some of the newer stuff you guys are going to see.
Right. And I'm seeing some questions in chat about Diamond Quest. If you missed it, check out our last week's feature premiere for Diamond Quest. All of these rewards you see are not necessarily guaranteed. They have different drop rates. That's what makes Diamond Quest as repeatable. So you can play this map and try to earn as many of these cards as possible, but you're not necessarily guaranteed these cards with every stadium challenge you defeat, but you will have a chance, and you can raise your chances depending on how successfully you have been running that Diamond Quest map. But we have one more, a third Diamond Quest map for all of you at launch starting tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific time, and we have this Diamond Quest map. What do we got here, Brian?
Yeah, we got 2 stars of the current that we have in our game today. We got Garrett Crochet and Bryson Stott, 2 similar archetypes to our Pipeline guys in the previous map, Travis Bazzana and Noah Schultz. So you can earn these 2 rewards as well, and you can pair them up on your team as well, and you can play with the current stars and also the stars of the future.
The stars of the future. We see a little bit of differentiation. These other two maps, we got some player cards. Now we're starting to introduce some packs. As always, if you have feedback for us from Diamond Quest or any other mode in Diamond Dynasty, please, when we send out the surveys, fill them out. That's what helps inform our decisions. Please as well, go to theshow.com. Your socials, your videos, we're always watching. But let's go back on camera here. Pull up Garrett Crochet and Bryson Stott's attributes for our fans to see.
Remember, these will be tied to Diamond Quest, the all-new mode. Check it out. We have the video on YouTube of its debut. You get to watch me face Seth Lugo. It did not go well. But you can get some awesome rewards if you're better than me.
But who do we have here, Brian?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we have Garrett Crochet, one of the best starting pitchers, one of the best left-handed pitchers in the game. He's awesome, and I see that pitch sweeper in his pitch repertoire. Is that something new, guys?
Sweeper is new to MLB The Show 25 this year. You'll see a lot of it on a few different players. I say a few. There's a lot. I think we're over 100 cards have sweepers. One of the bigger notable ones is Shohei Ohtani. Now his primary pitch is that sweeper, but we see it featured here too, Brian. Yeah,
new pitch. It's one of the new pitches that we have in our game today, and it's really cool that we were able to get that into our game this year. And
it looks good on Crochet too.
Yeah, it looks great on him, and a ton of other pitchers as well. Some might call it the sweeper takeover.
Sweeper takeover. Yeah. I heard Lane talk about that in the halls. Shout out my desk neighbor Lane-O. But there's still one more reward that we can earn or have the chance to earn in that Diamond Quest map. And reminder, all Diamond Quest rewards other than the tutorial map, so that is that 20th anniversary Juan Soto and that 20th anniversary Aaron Judge, those are no sell. They're relatively easy to get. You just got to play Diamond Quest. But all these other cards will be sellable. And we have one more here that we can earn in that third map, Brian. Bryson Stott.
Yeah, Bryson Stott, one of the best second basemen in the game on launch. And I remember him hitting that heroic home run in the postseason, and that bat flip was everything. So this is one of the best cards in the game, and super excited. Awesome Topps art. Breaking out in 2023. He was awesome, and super excited to earn him in Diamond Quest. So super sick reward there.
Yeah, Diamond Quest, huge W. We're excited for everyone to get their hands on it. Tomorrow night Pacific, midnight Eastern on Friday, early access will begin. We have a ton of great stuff lining up for you folks tomorrow in the final live content feature premiere stream.
In the feature premiere.
We're going to talk a ton about the new innings programs, collections.
Should we bring up the calendar?
Let's bring up the calendar.
Colin was so fast.
Yeah, he was so ready for that. Go ahead, Ashley.
You're teeing me up quite well, Carson. Tomorrow we will have one more live content feature premiere, and that will be all-inclusive of our new inning programs of the past. It's our inning XP paths of the present. And MLB The Show 25 will be talking about even more programs, our assorted programs. If you remember other programs of the past, we gave them a fancy new name, but there's a lot of cool changes that come with it. We will also have collection or more collection reveals. So if you thought if you thought our reveal daddy yesterday had some MLB Live Series reveals for you, we have even more tomorrow. But if we want to bring up the pre-order screen, do you want to talk us through this, Carson?
Yeah, we have tons of great options, especially for Digital Deluxe. You're going to be able to get that early access that's going to start tomorrow night Pacific. But you're also going to be getting some great choice packs to help jumpstart your Diamond Dynasty team. And I know that there was one that we weren't able to go through on Monday, Team Affinity.
Right.
So I think it's time we show you the legend that has been revealed, Mr. Ted Williams. Let's take a look.
Ted Williams is going to round out your 20th anniversary choice pack, one of 2 choice packs you will get with a Digital Deluxe Edition purchase of our game that Carson just entailed. Brian, walk me through this stud of a card.
Yeah, new legend or returning legend, Ted Williams. We missed him. I missed him. And I'm super glad he's back in the game. And once I get my Digital Deluxe pack, he's probably my first pick.
He's
for
the
sure.
choice. Yeah,
I think he's my
professional
first pick.
Very nice.
But that's not all.
No,
we
it's
have
not.
2 packs with your digital deluxe edition and our second legend that was also revealed in the Legends trailer yesterday morning. And throughout the dev tourney, we have Mr. Hank Greenberg, Brian.
Mr. Hank Greenberg, how does he look, Brian?
He looks awesome. I love that 120 contact first left, and he's just a professional hitter and one of the best hitters of all time. So super excited to pick this card in this pack as well, and super excited for future cards that he has throughout the year.
And Brian, I know our fans have been noticing it. We've been chatting before stream, during stream, been talking throughout the whole live team about this. But we see Hank Greenberg. He has first base primary, but he has no secondaries. Can you talk just a little bit about how a lot of cards are, maybe don't have secondary positions or maybe a smaller pool of secondary positions?
Yeah, absolutely. So with players like Hank Greenberg and other players in our game, we want it to be a lot more careful and more restrictive towards the secondary positions, and this gives a lot more value to other cards that we do have in our game, like our corner outfielders, like our left fielders, right fielders, or even some of our infielders that don't necessarily play all those positions. And especially with a lot of our legends, for example, like Sammy Sosa, since he didn't play center field or left field in that year, he won't get those secondaries, so that will make a lot more tougher decisions when it comes down to making choices for lineups. So
tough decisions. Everyone knows defense matters more than ever after that gameplay feature premiere. So good luck trying to figure out how you're going to field your squad. There's going to be a ton of options there.
A lot of lineup variety for our fans with that new change of secondary positions. We have a ton of left fielders, a ton of right fielders, a ton of center fielders that are going to give our fans a chance to earn them all, mix and match their team instead of using the same guy, whether or not where they put them in the outfield. So more lineup diversity. I know that's something our fans always want from us year in and year out, and we want to make sure we can give it to them while also staying true to the positions these guys did or didn't play during their time in Major League Baseball and the year represented on their card.
Yeah, totally. Another huge win. I love that we're, being a little more strict with where they're playing. I think it's going to give some good options for everyone. I think that's everything for multiplayer. I think that's everything for the Diamond Quest maps. We are still keeping the heat coming. Tomorrow, early access launch at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern, and we'll be running back all the feature premieres in that lead up to launch at 9 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, 12 a.m. Eastern on Friday. We are so excited to see everyone. Do not forget, you can find anything you need at theshow.com. Sign up for the scouting report. Any other questions, feel free to hit us up in the chat. We're going to see you tomorrow with the whole live content team. First inning program, some more collections up our sleeves, and I can't wait. So thanks for coming. Brian, any last words?
Just super excited, especially for that stream tomorrow where we can talk even more about what's coming.
Ashley?
I'll see you all tomorrow. My lips are closed.
Peace.